Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into artificial intelligence, looking at how it got started, where it is now, and, well, what might be next.
Yeah, it's a huge topic. We've got this great presentation on the history, plus some recent articles on current stuff.
Right, and the plan is to unpack all that, pull out the really key insights, maybe some surprises for you along the way.
And the story starts way, way back. I mean, before computers.
Yeah.
You've got ancient myths, right?
Yeah.
People dreaming of intelligent creations, automatons.
That fascination's always been there. And philosophers like Descartes asking big questions about what thinking even is.
Exactly. And then you have figures like Alan Turing laying the groundwork for computation, asking if machines could think, basically.
Which leads us to the real birth of AI as a field, doesn't it? That Dartmouth conference in '56.
Yeah, that was pivotal. You had McCarthy coining the term artificial intelligence. Minsky was there. They all believed you could sort of describe intelligence precisely enough to build it.
A pretty bold idea back then. They weren't just talking theory. They wanted to build things.
Oh, yeah. And they did. Early programs like the logic theorist, proving theorems, and the general problem solver. Then later, in the 70s, 80s, came expert systems.
Those were programs mimicking human experts, right, in specific areas.
Right, like medicine or geology.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing. They definitely hit bumps.
The AI winters. I've heard about those.
Yeah, periods where the hype got way ahead of the reality. The tech just wasn't there yet. Funding dried up. Enthusiasm cooled off. It happened a couple of times.
So what changed? How did we get to where we are now with AI seemingly everywhere?
Well, starting in the 90s and then really picking up speed in the 2000s, you had this convergence. Computing power got way cheaper and faster.
And data. Suddenly there was just tons of digital data.
Exactly. That combination was the fuel for machine learning systems learning from data instead of explicit programming. And then deep learning using these complex neural networks.
It's kind of inspired by the brain's structure.
Sort of, yeah. And that let AI tackle really complex problems, stuff that was just impossible before.
And now, it is everywhere. Your phone's assistant, recommendations online.
You're using it constantly. But the source has highlighted some really big, impactful uses, too.
Like autonomous vehicles. That's a big one. The sources mention robotaxis, possibly at scale in, 40 to 80 cities by 2035?
Yeah, quite a projection. Mostly looking at China and the U.S. leading that.
Yeah.
And autonomous trucks are already happening, apparently making big efficiency gains in the U.S. and Europe.
Makes sense. And it's not just transport. AI is helping with science, too, right? Climate change research.
Definitely. Scientists are using AI to sift through huge amounts of data on how animals are adapting, their behavior, their physiology changing because of the climate.
So it's helping us understand those shifts much faster.
Much faster, and maybe spotting patterns we wouldn't see otherwise. Finding insights into, which species might be vulnerable.
Wow. Okay, and there was that safety example, too. Gecko robotics.
Right. Using robots with AI to inspect infrastructure, they found these tiny cracks in an oil refinery tower. Undetectable otherwise, apparently.
And preventing a potential disaster.
Exactly. Preventing an explosion, environmental damage, saving lives, potentially. It's a powerful example of AI working alongside people.
It really brings home that idea from the sources about AI taking all this separate data. They called it the Earth.
Yeah, and giving it an uplift, turning it into a kind of supermarket of information, connecting the dots.
Adding a new dimension to data that was just sitting there before.
And because AI learns from data, the more data it gets, the better it becomes, which means it grows faster and faster. It's this compounding effect.
Which naturally brings up some important things to consider as it gets more powerful. The sources mentioned ethics, didn't they?
They did. Things like privacy, bias in the algorithms, the need for clear rules, accountability, making sure it's used responsibly.
The crucial stuff to think about. So AI has come a massive distance. From myths to tools changing, everything.
And it's still accelerating, fueled by all that data. The growth keeps compounding.
So the sources kind of leave us with this thought that everyone has some ownership, some responsibility here, given how AI is touching everything.
Yeah, the final question for you is, what does that actually mean? What's your part in how this incredibly powerful technology shapes the future?